What's up, baseball players, coaches, parents? In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to build your own baseball workouts that you can do at home. So if you need a baseball workout at home, this is the video for you. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Coach Dan Blewett. I'm a former pro baseball player. I also used to own a baseball and softball strength training academy, and so I'm very experienced creating developmental plans, workouts, whether it's for at home, for in your gym, with your team, whatever, and that's something I've been doing for a long time. So in today's video, here's what you need to know. Number one, there's going to be timestamps overlaid on the screen that show you where you can jump to anywhere in the video. So if you want to skip ahead or you want to come back as a reference, check out the description below, and there will be links where you can just click to exercises or where I'm talking about putting the workout together, all that sort of stuff. But in this video, I'm going to teach you how to put together your whole baseball workout for at home. And that way you can reference this again and just come through and say you've got all the different videos. So in the description, you'll find links to not only spots to jump to in this video, but also to the full demonstration and explainer video for each of the exercises that you'll see in the program. You'll see an overlay in this video, but you'll get the full demonstration video in the description below. Okay, so before we get to exercises, let me talk about some of the challenges of putting together good baseball workouts at home. So number one, doing progressive overload, which is obviously adding weight or resistance over time, is really, really tough because you don't have tons of weights. You don't have, cable machines, all the typical stuff that overloads your muscles and helps you get stronger over time. So that's a really big challenge about working out in your home. Number two, rowing exercises, which build a strong back, which is really, really important for athletes of all sports. It's really hard to do rowing exercises in your home. Dumbbells are probably the best way, but dumbbells are really expensive, especially heavier ones that actually challenge your rowing muscles. And then bands, but bands are also kind of annoying for doing lots of rowing stuff. They're really better for lighter exercises like core stuff or rotator cuff, arm care, stuff like that. So getting your rowing in is a challenge. And as a strength coach, I always want you to have a balanced workout where you hit the front of your body, the back of your upper body, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. Like, you want balance in all the different ways your body moves. And that's just a little bit more challenging when you're doing a workout at home. Number three, bands are great, and bands are one of the things you'll see in this exercise or in this video, but bands are tough to add resistance to over time. You can stretch them out farther, but they're not like a cable machine in a gym where you just pull the pin and now the weight's higher, or grabbing a heavier barbell or dumbbell or weight plate. So bands are good, but they kind of have their limitations. So that's one of the challenges about making an at-home program. Number four, exercise variety is greatly limited because obviously you can't be just jumping around your house. You need to stay safe. So jumping around your socks on hardwood floors is a very poor idea. So there's just lots of obviously challenges in your home. And lastly, planes of movement and things you can do are greatly diminished. So the plane of movement is like the direction your body's going. So you go sideways, you go forward, you go back, you go up. Those are different planes of movement. You can rotate. Those are also difficult to do. A lot of times you just don't have that much space, right? And so there's the exercise choices you'll see in this video are going to reflect that. Okay, so let's get to the exercises now. So you're going to see all these videos or all these exercises sort of paired together. So the first one is the one leg hip thrust. So the one leg hip thrust is awesome for your glutes and for your hamstrings. It's great for younger players. It's honestly very appropriate for older players too. But your glutes and hamstrings are the prime movers of you sprinting. So if you want to get faster, if you want to hit the ball harder, you want to throw better, obviously really good athletes tend to have big glutes, big legs, big butts. And so the one leg hip thrust is an awesome at-home exercise you can do that with. Now, you'll see these exercises demonstrated on a bench, but when you're doing your baseball workouts at home, you'll probably just put your back against an ottoman or maybe your couch or maybe a padded chair, something like that. So you're going to need to improvise a little bit. So anywhere in this video you see a bench, swap that in your mind for any kind of ledge. Could be one of those padded storage ottomans, whatever it is, but something that's bench height obviously is going to work. You just have to make sure if you're putting a lot of load on top of it that it's safe and supportive. So ask your parents and make sure everyone's on the same page of what you can actually use at home to safely work out. The second exercise is the dumbbell external rotation. This is one of the absolute best arm care exercises. So if you need arm strength training exercises for your throwing arm, which every player does to prevent injury, to throw harder, all that stuff. The dumbbell external rotation is a great one for that. The next two that we'd pair together would be the lateral lunges. Lateral lunges are awesome for, again, different plane of movement. So you don't only want to lunge forward or move forward. Lateral lunges help you go sideways. They stretch your groin. They work on a lot of the little glute muscles in your hips. They also really are tough on your quads as well. So lateral lunges are awesome. With that, we're going to pair the medicine ball chop circuit. So again, we want to get rotational core exercises because rotational power is huge in baseball. So, but we can't really have you throwing a medicine ball in your house, right? That'd be chaos. You'd just be destroying everything. So the medicine ball chop circuit, which you'll see here, is a great choice because you're getting that sort of anti-rotational core strength, and you're also moving around. You're getting some of that explosive, but really this exercise is more about core stability and anti-rotation rather than creating all that rotational power, which you'll do when you swing, when you throw, and hopefully if you do have a chance to go outside and throw medicine balls against a brick wall or something, that's a good place to do that. But this is a great one at home because, again, you don't have a place to chuck medicine balls in your house. After that, scissor jumps. Great exercise, great for the quads, great for explosiveness, which is obviously a super important thing that you need in baseball. Again, being fast, being explosive, having strong legs, all critical. Everyone needs a faster 60 time unless you're a first baseman, you hit just tanks, or you're a catcher. But even now, like, catchers are more athletic than ever. Pitchers are more athletic than ever. Even first baseman, sometimes you're grade a little bit on your speed. It's not really part of the position as long as you hit enough. But again, who doesn't need to get faster? And the scissor jumps are great explosive exercise for that. Again, yeah, this one is jumping, but you're kind of staying in place. And so you need to make sure, obviously, you just have enough height on your roof or your ceiling above you. But in general, you should have plenty of room and somewhere in your house to do scissor jumps, or you just go in your front yard or whatever. That's a really good choice. And with that, we're going to pair the prone L, which is a great arm care exercise. So this is another one where you can lay down just kind of hanging off the edge of your bed, hanging off the edge of, like an ottoman or your couch, whatever. You can kind of, jury rig your house where you can say, okay, I can use this to do this exercise. You just have to be, creative. You could also buy a Swiss ball, those big yoga balls. Those are great for doing some unloaded laying down exercises. So when you see guys bench pressing in the gym on a yoga ball, very, very unsafe. Never ever do that. But if you've got 2-pound dumbbells in your hands, or you're just using it for hip thrusts or hamstring exercises, yoga balls are very safe for body weight type stuff. Definitely don't recommend them for any kind of loaded exercises. And the last two you'll see here are the push-up plus, which is a really, really difficult and arm care, upper body combination exercise. And the push-up plus is great because we need protraction strength, which is when you extend your shoulder blades and you push your back round like a cat. And this is another way that the shoulder blades move, and it's imperative that you actually you train your scapula to be strong and stable and able to glide in all different directions on your back. So without getting into it, your shoulder blade just sort of slides around your upper body and it moves with your arm. So as your arm goes up, your shoulder blade slides and rotates with it. So there's a bunch of different planes of movement, and the push-up plus helps train the arms protracting forward, the scapula protracting forward. It's often missed and overlooked in arm care. But again, in arm strength training, and when you're doing a baseball workout at home, you have more, you're going to be limited. So you want to take the time to do some of these body weight exercises and spend more time on arm care and injury prevention. Because even though, yeah, they will build pitching velocity and throwing velocity, and that's all great, they're also going to help you stay healthier, feel better, and hopefully prevent some injuries over time. And then lastly, what we're going to pair with that one is Blackburns. Blackburns are another great arm care exercise. Again, while you're at home, it's good to do some of these tedious, boring ones that are really good for your posture, for your back, for your external rotators, for your scap stabilizers. Blackburns are a great circuit. You can do them while you're watching TV. You can do them laying on your floor, on the carpet. They require almost no exercise, no equipment. If you get really strong at them, you can hold a pound or two in your hands. But again, the Blackburns are a great arm care and throwing velocity type exercise. Okay, so as we've gone through all these exercises, right? So as we do that, we want to put together our at-home baseball workout by pairing them together for time efficiency. This is what helps get a little bit of conditioning into it. So when we talk about strength and conditioning, they're both an important part of baseball. So it's not just strength, it's not just conditioning, it's not just endurance, it's not just explosiveness. They're all these factors combined. So again, a good strength and conditioning program for baseball requires both. It requires balance. So when you pair exercises together and you do them in a superset, which means you do one of them first, then the next one, and you go back and forth, you're getting more exercise done in the same amount of time, rather than I'm going to do one set, then rest 30 seconds and not do anything, then do another set and then rest another 30 seconds, then do another set and rest another 30 seconds. You don't want to have that idle time if you can help it. So your heart rate stays elevated. That's where you get the conditioning in. And then you're just getting a more time efficient baseball workout. And then you can get back to watching TV or playing Call of Duty or whatever it is that you do. So we're going to pair the one leg hip thrust with the dumbbell external rotation. One's for your legs, one's for your rotator cuff. So while your rotator cuff is resting, your legs are working. While your legs are working, your rotator cuff is working. Very, very simple, and that's a good time efficient way to do it. The next two are lateral lunges and the med ball chop circuit. So you're working your legs and then you're working your core. B1, B2, B1, B2. Very simple, makes a lot of sense. Again, very time efficient. One body part's resting while the other body part is working. Next is the scissor jumps and prone L's. So scissor jumps are a great leg exercise. Prone L's are another arm care exercise. So those two go together super well. Again, legs are working, upper body is resting, and so back and forth, another great superset. And then the last two are the ones we just covered. So the push-up plus and Blackburns. So push-up plus, you do your 3 sets of 12, but you do 1 set of 12 and then, a couple minutes of Blackburns, another set of 12, another couple sets of Blackburns. You go back and forth until both are complete. So that's how you would structure out the workout. And again, it's going to be probably, in this case, probably 45 minutes worth of work, which is a good solid strength and conditioning workout that you can do at home. And then obviously you probably want to do a couple of these a week. Obviously you'd want more than just one day. But again, if you go down in the description, so I'll kind of give you the wrap up here, what you can do with all this information that I've given you here today, this is like a full workout that you can do. Again, you should check with your doctor, you should check with your parents, so you shouldn't just jump into it, make sure this is right for you. If you have any injuries, you should always get that cleared with a physician first. But this is a pretty complete, safe, at-home workout you could do for baseball. Now, that being said, if you want a complete workout, number one, jump in the description below. There's full explainer videos for every exercise. There's also a link to a free 2-week trial of my new strength conditioning program that I built with another expert strength coach. He's the demonstrator in most of these videos. His name is Coach Andrew Sachs. And if you want to try our program, the early work program, it's 2 different ability levels, the veteran program and the rookie program. So if you're new to training, the rookie program is perfect for you. If you're a salty vet, you've got a couple years of training under your belt, then that would be the version for you. You can always graduate from one or the other. And again, we have a free 2-week trial. So if you want to jump in and have a ready-made, ready-to-go program for you, then that would be an awesome way to start, okay? So again, when you're trying to structure baseball workouts for your at-home gym or your living room or your driveway, whatever it is, it's tough to get exercise variety. It's tough to get rowing exercises and to be moving in all the different planes that you normally would. But the goal is always that it's just better than nothing and you're getting some solid work. And the workout that I've laid out for you here is a really good one that's baseball specific. It's going to help you hit harder, throw harder, run faster if you're really diligent with it. So again, I'm Coach Dan Blewett. I hope this workout helped. What have you been doing for strength training, right? So if you've been active with COVID, if you've been sort of stuck at home with COVID, now's still the time to either mix things up or get back at it, right? So leave me a comment below. What have you been doing while you've been stuck at home? Obviously, we're going to get through the COVID-19 stuff, but even then, there's going to be lots of periods of time where you might need great baseball workouts to do at home. And this is going to be, again, a good reference for you of how to build it and how to get balance in your program. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you here in the next video.